Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Carmen Rogers, Bureau Chief at the Tallahassee Tribune. It is Monday, January the 4th, and I'm here at City Hall in Tallahassee, Alabama, with Mayor Johnny Hammock for what is the first edition of Monday with the Mayor of this year. Mayor Hammock, the doors have been closed here at City Hall, but they're back open to the public. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, we had to shut down City Hall to the public. We were still here operating, but we shut down for a little over 2 weeks. There was a spike in COVID in our town, and unfortunately, some of our employees got the virus and were out sick with it, having to stay at home for 10 days at least, then had to retest before they could come back. So really it was just me and 2 or 3 other people here, and we still operated, but it was very challenging. We had to do the best we could. We still took payments over the phone, and you could put payments in the drop box or pay over the phone with a credit card or debit card. We still operated, but it was very challenging. Plus, the city clerk has been out on maternity leave, and everybody's had to chip in a little bit. We've got Kayla Robinson, the accounts payable. She's done a good job stepping up and helping out there. My assistant, Wendy Clayton, has stepped in and done some of the duties of the city clerk. And then we got a part-time person named Grace Gibson that has helped out tremendously. So we're just all chipping in. Stephanie Hornsby, she was sick, now she's back. Her assistant, Andrea, was sick, now she's back. We had everybody out of the building and zoning department was gone. It was pretty tough, but everybody's back now except for one person. No, actually, we still got 2 people out, but sorry, we've got 2 people still recovering from sickness. So
we wish them a quick recovery.
Yeah, they both were in the hospital, but they're out of the hospital. They're doing better. They're just not ready to come back to work yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And I understand that there's some exciting news. The city is one step closer to the TAP grant project in downtown Tallahassee.
Yeah, the TAP grant, they have advertised that for bid. We've got some interest from 2 big contractors so far, but we'll be opening those bids later on this month. That's the Transportation Alternative Program grant that we were awarded a few years ago. We had to design it, get it all cleared from ALDOT and the Federal Highway Department. So now that we've dotted all our I's, crossed all our T's, and designed the project, it's out for bid, and we're finally going to see this project come to fruition, Carmen. I'm excited. That will be replacing all the sidewalks in downtown Tallahassee, making them ADA compliant. Also, while we're doing that work, we don't want to inconvenience the shop owners anymore, but while we're tearing all that up, we're going to go ahead and replace the gas, water, and sewer lines. Some of the worst infrastructure in the city is in downtown because it's one of the oldest areas. So we're going to go ahead, while we got stuff ripped up down there, go ahead and replace the gas, water, and sewer lines, and we'll go ahead and put some conduit in for fiber to pull at a later date in downtown.
Planning for the future.
Yes, ma'am. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Also, we'll be milling down and repaving that square. That's arguably probably one of the worst roads in Tallahassee. We're just going to mill it down to the base and then go back with some new asphalt and striping. It's going to look fabulous. So you look at Dayville, Wetumpka, they've already done this project. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to help us attract new entrepreneurs and businesses downtown, and also help retain the ones that we already have downtown.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Any other city business that you can update us on today?
Well, we finished right before December. We finished the Talawika water tank, and also took down 2 old water tanks. Larry Rogers, we contracted him with his company HDD to do a gas line replacement project in wards 4, 5, and 7. So he's wrapping that up right now. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the the Laney Lift Station project. $671,000 project was awarded to Falk Construction. They're down there working right now. That's very important. That is the main pressurized sewer lift station where all the sewer in Tallahassee goes, and then it shoots it out into the sewer lagoons right there. And I've been here since 2016, and it's been giving us problems ever since then. And the guys that have been here 20 plus years, they've said it's just been giving them problems for over 2 decades.
Yeah.
So it's way past due. I'm glad we're addressing this problem, and I know a lot of people can't see it. It's kind of hidden out into the woods behind the gin over there, but this is one of those projects that's really going to help the city.
Sounds good.
Yeah. We also advertised the Watley Drive project in Finger Subdivision, so we'll be opening those bids later this month, and hopefully get to work on that pretty soon. Also, there's going to be a sewer project coming to Finger Subdivision as well. That's our worst area for our I&I. That's our groundwater infiltration going into our sewer lines. That really messes up our wastewater treatment facility. So that's kind of in conjunction with the new sewer plant we're building. So we have to get approval from the EDA people who we got the grant from before we can bid that out. So we're kind of just dotting our I's, crossing our T's, doing design. It just takes a long time to get these projects, get them ready to break ground, to come to fruition. There's just so many things and so many different moving parts, and you got to have everything just right, especially when you're using state and federal dollars and grants to pay for part of the work. So it's just a lot of work on our end, and the engineers and design and Carp Deck that helps us with these administer these grants after we get them. So it's just a process with a lot of people that have to do a lot of tedious work. So everybody just bear with us and be patient. We're going to see a lot of these projects that we were awarded the grants in my first term. We're finally going to see them start breaking ground now.
And I know the people that live on Watley Drive and in that entire neighborhood will be very happy when that work is complete.
Exactly. So it's some exciting things happening in 2021. I know 2020 was a hard year on everyone, on business owners and stuff. So our local shop owners, if you can shop local, try to support them. It's hurting our restaurants, it's hurting everybody. So just try to support them if you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And hopefully it will be the way it was, when the pandemic first hit in March of last year. Sales revenue in Tallahassee actually rose.
Yes.
So hopefully that trend will continue.
Yes.
No one knows what the future holds, but hopefully that will continue.
Yeah, I hope so. It's been very challenging for this administration to navigate the pandemic waters and staying within budget. But that's one of our main objectives, is to be fiscally responsible with the taxpayer dollars for our constituents. So I think the city council and helping work with me, our finance committee, we've done a real good job of that.
I think not to say that there is a bright side or an upside to this pandemic, but the local patronage has seen that increase is certainly a benefit, for the city.
Yeah, hopefully we can work together, try to protect each other, wear our mask, when you go into public places, try to social distance, wash your hands, sanitize your hands, try to do the things you can. And, the vaccine is out. I know that the frontline workers like nurses and doctors are getting them now, and then law enforcement and people like that. And then I think the other essential workers will be next. So hopefully if someone wants the vaccine, they'll be able to get the vaccine.
And with the vaccine rolling out, it was I heard it put this way, that it's not like a switch where we're just gonna flip back to normal. It's more like a dimmer. And we're starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So
I'm ready for everything to get back to normal.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I'm excited about 2021, but I'm an optimist.
Yes.
I'm a glass half full type person instead of glass half empty. So hopefully, we can go ahead and get this pandemic squashed and get back to normal, not only for our children and the education aspect of it, get them more in a traditional classroom instead of having to do virtual or rotating A and B or whatever.
Yeah.
I want some, normal. I've never wanted things to be back normal.
So bad, I know.
So bad, it's crazy.
I completely understand.
Yeah.
I know, trust me. Especially after getting through these holidays, because they were anything but normal.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah. And but hopefully we're getting there.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you, Mayor. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Until next week, I'm Carmen Rogers reporting for Tallapoosa Publishers.